What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, and playing some more mono green Tron. Got the die roll. Nice. Let's see that opening hand. Nicely timed. Gonna have to mulligan this hand. We're up against the Luris deck. Alright. Couple of options there. Mulligan and into two Tron lands. A color option, but no search card. We are going to have to keep mulliganing. Go ahead and press that like button for a little bit of luck for this next hand. And you didn't press it hard enough. All right, we're going to go to 4. And I think we're going to have to keep 4 here. Don't need this. Don't need this. Kind of want this, but we're going to keep the search card instead. So, alright, red, black, and Dragon Rage Chandler. Okay. Pretty much tells us the type of deck that they're playing. It doesn't give us all the colors, but that gives us all the colors. So we have Grixis colors, red, black, blue. Sometimes it's just red, black. We refill their hand. We draw. Okay, we got the Karn back. Crack for green. Can we get a Sylvan Scrying off the top? I'd appreciate a Sylvan Scrying off the top. Nope, but we get an Ugin. Well, let's try the Ancient Stirrings. And we get the Power Plant. Very nice. That is Tron for turn 3 with threats. Put those in any order. So we are going to have some interaction next turn. Let's see what our opponent does. That is 3 card types in the graveyard. They may go for the 4th here to get that to a 3/3 that must attack. Ooh, no, they're going to dash the Ravagan. Interesting. Ooh, and play another Dragon Rage Chandler. Let me see. We definitely are playing the Karn. The question is, what option are we going for? Dash actually gets around Trinisphere pretty well. Doesn't it? Hold on. I can't even see the card. We could go for the Ensnaring Bridge. That pretty much says if they make their guys bigger, they're not going to be able to attack. I think in the long run, that's what we want to do. They'll have to decide whether they're killing the Karn this turn or not, and we've gained advantage from it either way. We could just have a lightning bolt here. Oof. Well, that's painful. And that does get to kill the Karn. Alright, we need to top deck a land. Or Karn. Land or a threat. We'll take a land. Take the opportunity to -1. Clear their board as they cleared mine. Now they can dash the Ravagan, deal a little damage, there, or they can use it to try and find other cards. Or they can deal 2 to the Ugin. They do have to make that choice, though. Alright, they're coming at me. And they get a Thragtusk that they can't cast. That works out, because I couldn't cast it either. Well, that does really nothing for me here. I'll go the way over there, so we'll just plus there, play this, and pass the turn. Unfortunately, we don't have an answer for the Ravagan. They're going to Snapcaster Mage, targeting Kolaghan's command, which they can't cast, just to put out a threat, it looks like, to try and keep me from ultimating. Yep. Oh no, they're coming at me. Interesting. Do they didn't have an answer for the Ugin? And they're holding up the 3 mana for a reason. Or 4 mana for a reason. Okay, they're digging. They've already played a land this turn. They exile a Ravagan. Alright. Now the Ugin becomes a must-answer threat here. Oh, that's rough. Feels like a little bit of a waste to play it like that, though, when there's no potential targets. Yep. Another stalled turn here. Ooh, do they play it to try and draw the card? That's a question. Yes, yes they do. Interesting. My life is getting a little low. That is a little rough. Hopefully something... Nope, we're just going to keep drawing lands. Answering their creatures I still think is best. Hopefully we'll draw something other than lands. Do they have the third Snapcaster? Okay, they don't. So now if they want to stop the Ugin, assuming they didn't draw anything else, they're going to have to use the Ravagan on the Ugin. Or find a Lightning Bolt. That would work too. Let's see what they exile. A second iteration, alright. So they are going to dash it. Let's see what their target is. Are they still going for the delay strategy? Yep. Cool, that's more costly now, and hopefully we'll draw something big. Well, it is big, but it doesn't really help us. Oh, wait a minute. I messed up. I could have gotten something off of the Sanctum. Oh, I didn't think that through. Well, hopefully there's a next turn. They know our top card. They have 6 cards in hand. That is quite a bit. Oh, but we're still on the delay strategy. All right. They were looking to see if their top card was something that would help or hurt them. Is this the move we want to make? We do have an extra mana, so we may as well see what we're going to get. Oh, but we already played a land, so although I would have liked Blast Zone here. We will go for the All Is Dust. Grabbing a Wurmcoil engine. Do they have a counterspell? They do. Alright, well, we're still in a stall then. I imagine they have quite a bit of counterspells. They're coming at me with a lightning bolt. Okay, they may be going for the kill this turn. Yep, they may have successfully stalled us out. Should have gone for that last turn. We'll know by who they attack here. Okay, yeah, but they're coming after me. They likely have the bolt and we're dead. Snapcaster, lightning bolt. Yep. They found the third Snapcaster. Is that the fourth? They found a lot of Snapcasters. Unfortunate. Alright, let's begin sideboarding. What do I want? Potentially the Veil of Summers if they're running counter spells. I like the Warping Wail still. No, I think we're pretty suited for this, and that I don't think there's any immediate changes without knowing what they're going to sideboard in. That one was... The dash mechanic saved the day with the monkey, otherwise we would have been gone under the Ugin. We really flooded out there too. That was rough. But hopefully we'll have a more keepable 7 here. Knocking on wood. If you didn't like the video for luck last time, do so now because we could use it. We are 1 game behind. Shuffle a deck while we wait. Anyone want to guess what this deck is? You guessed Tron. You're not right for this one. Although that is sitting around here somewhere. Alright, how about a hint? That's a pretty good hint. If you can see it. I'm not sure how well my camera is there, but that is Midnight. This is Affinity. Good job if you guessed it. We should be done with this intermission in at least 45 seconds, if not sooner. All right, definitely taking the play. Mulligan. Somewhat more tempting. I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to keep this and pitch the Forest. My reasoning is they could be running, although it's not as likely, some Thoughtseize effects. So I don't want to go too low on the hand. And this is pretty repetitive. It's not as good as an Ancient Stirrings or a Sylvan Scrying. Hope we were at the top, but this does draw us 3 cards here. We get to look at the top 3. Oof, Alpine Moon is going to be rough. Likely going to name Tower here. Yep. They always go for the tower. It helps not naming a Tron land on the field because that would just give me access to colors. Well, a little irony here. The good news is we do have an answer. Alright. Assuming they don't have a land answer here, which would be rough at this point. But assuming if it were another Alpine Moon, we'd be in trouble anyway. Yeah, we will go ahead and run out another Chromatic Star. We're still 2 turns away from Tron, though, which is going to be rough. Nope, just going for the aggro to get threat out on the board. Gotcha. The reason I went with a Chromatic Star here is because we're just looking to draw a card. We're not really caring about the color. And that one, when I crack the Blast Zone, will draw me a card. Depending on if they put out a board state, we could go for the Always Dust. Depends on what move they go for here, and they could just be holding up a handful of 1-drops too. You're taking time to think through the options. And they're going to choose to dig and look for other answers. If they find another Alpine Moon, that would actually be kind of tricky. Because they would either name the Blast Zone. Okay, Culligan's Command. Oh, come on, Ulamog off the top. Okay. So that puts options. Oh, they do have a counter spell for this, but not for the Wurmcoil engine. Alright. Number of cards in the graveyard. It is a drown in the lock. Noted. But we at least landed a Wurmcoil engine. That's going to be tricky for them to deal with. Luris is going to hand. Alright. Yeah, that seems worth it. Double Wurmcoil will be hard for them to deal with. Unholy Heat will help a little bit, though. It does put us to 8 cards in graveyard. Oh, and the Lurrus gets the Alpine Moon. Yep. Makes sense. Options. I guess we keep going for lands with an extra Wurmcoil in hand. We could have gotten the Karn too and played it for next turn. I do think we start pressing the attack here. Interesting. I think they expected that to kill. Did they? Oh, they took the enchantment out of their graveyard. Oh, alright. Now that could be bad. Good bit of damage here. Oh no, they're going to keep something back in defense. Alright. They're going to have to block the big Wurmcoil. But we've gained a good bit of life. And I think we've worn them out of cards this turn, or this game. Yep, I see no reason not to continue pressing the attack. They're either going to have to answer something with something in hand, or they're going to have to double block and lose both their creatures. They may be trying to get something big out of my deck with the Ravagan, but I guess they're getting close to the Ulamog. That would be bad. Oh, but low probability. I don't think a Karn would get him there. We're guaranteed another Wurm next turn. Delirium is active again if they have any more cards. Granted, they've used 2 Unholy Heat, so I'm not sure how many they'll have left. If they play a land and they hit Ulamog, that'd be bad. If they hit Kozilek, that'd be bad. But if they don't attack, I think we win. Because we get another Wurmcoil out, too, at the very least. If not, all is dust. They could have counter spells here, but they're using a lot of their resources, just holding these guys back. Wurmcoil is a pretty good card. And all we've got to do is 1 damage. I guess they do have to pay 2 to actually dash the Rav again, so yeah. Oh, but this time we have blockers too. So playing it may not have been the best move unless they can answer both of these guys. If you have the card to trade, we'll trade. Or at the very least, we'll make you use your destruction spell on your turn. Yep, they can. Ooh, destroy target artifact, and yep. They get rid of 2 of these guys. But they're going to be tapped out. Alright, so if we draw a land, we win. That is not a land. Do we set up for next turn? Yes, but I think we're better off just playing to the outs. And since we're holding up a blocker, we'll go ahead and I guess that does set him back up for another unholy. Yeah, that wasn't my best move. Yeah, that does cause a loop. That is my bad. Well, they have to choose something else though. So unholy heat, but that can kill Wurmcoil again. It just gives them more. Well, they do have to do it on their turn. 1 land, and we always dust clear their board and swing in. They've got to get rid of essentially 4 creatures, or have an answer on my turn to stall. But in which case, they need to answer 2 creatures. But they're running out of resources in hand, running down to what they can play in the deck. Snapcaster can only be played this turn if they want to go that route, in which case Unholy Heat to destroy the big Wurmcoil. Looks like they are going for it. Ooh, iteration. Alright, so they're going to dig for an answer instead. Top 3 could be good. We'll see what they exile. Another expressive iteration. Alright, they won't be casting that this turn. Or maybe they will. Got a grindy game going on here. And one more after it if I get there. Come on, show me a land. don't actually think we attack into this. It does give them an extra card here, but they've refilled their hand enough that I'm not confident. And yep. I think they've got counter spells. If they tap out, we'll go for the All-Its Dust. If not, we'll go for a Karn and try and get rid of the Lurrus. Oh, there's a Thoughtseize effect. Not that it matters, it's an Inquisition, not a Thoughtseize. But that does let them know to hold up mana. At this point, if they do hold up mana, we have to assume that they... They could have a Force of Negation and be bluffing us by tapping their mana, but we have to... They could also bluff us by holding up their mana. It's possible this will force a concession here. Okay. We'll play on the conservative side. Go for the Karn. They didn't have a counter spell. Good to know. What's in their graveyard that we're most afraid of? Mishra's Bauble to refill their hand. Or do we want to just get rid of the Alpine Moon? And set up for a massive turn next turn. We'll set up for a massive turn next turn. We're still at 26 life. I think we're in a good spot. Re-enabling all our Tron lands is going to be powerful. Even if we let them get an extra card here. Because we're at least doing two things next turn. I don't doubt they probably have another Snapcaster on hand too. That might have been their plan to live there. Okay. That's pretty good. Oh, if they hit the wrong top card here, we're in trouble. Okay, Ancient Stirrings. I guess we'll go for as much information as we can first. We may just get him into a timeout. That's pretty good. They're going to have to play quick next game. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't just gone to the next game. Did they dash it? Nope, they're just going to play it. Because at this point, I don't know if I just... Do I play to stall? I'm at... that's definitely not... I don't like that level of gameplay, but they've gotten to 3 minutes. It does get us the win, which within the rules. I mean, you do got to play to the way to win. Alright, they will go ahead and take us to game 2 here. Makes sense. They've got 3 minutes for game 2. We've got pretty grindy matchup, so they need to watch time. We have Tron plus threats. That's going to be a keep. Let's try and see if we can win this without the time being the factor, though. We have a good hand. Thoughtseize here would be pretty bad, but we kept a 7, so not the worst. Nope, it's a Ravagan. Alright. Still rough, but we'll take our Tron lands. Hopefully they don't shut us down again. That would be really rough with no search. Well, we'd use the expedition map to go and grab a search. Okay, so they have a pretty traditional hand. They kept there. If we can get the Ugin out, I think we're in a good spot. Backup Tron lands. Don't really need them, but don't mind them. They've got 2 types in graveyard. Going to be a lightning bolt? Yep. 3 types in graveyard. Okay, they kept a very aggro hand. Oh, it's a legendary creature. Gotcha. That's what went on there. Alright, so they did it to get 3 for the extra damage. Nope. I will wait. Gotta wait to that end step because they could pull something tricky on me. I think this is for the best. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. They don't. Okay, they're going to swing 3. 2 cards in hand. So long as they're not both Lightning Bolt, we have a good chance. They can't swing with the Ravagan at this point. No, 2 Lightning Bolts wouldn't quite do it either. are going to lightning bolt me. Trying to get as much damage in as they can. Do they have another lightning bolt in hand? That might do it for them. No, they still have to get through. They have to get rid of my Wurmcoil. But that gets rid of the Delirium, so they're playing on time here. This will be the deciding turn either way. Alright. Unless even if they have a lightning bolt, I think we're good here. Ugin. -2. Four life is a little rough though. So we're going to have to go for the one thing we can do and just swing with the... We'll keep one guy black as a blocker. And I think that's going to guarantee we're going to get there. Go down to one card, yeah. Take an extra Ugin. They do have 3 cards up. Or 3 mana up. Alright, we'll keep up a blocker. And they're going to scoop to that. Alright, cool. Well, there is a 4-1, a very long game there at the end. Go ahead and, you know what? I always do that when I end the league, so we will jump over here. Go to the collection and open these up, see what we get. Let me thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. It's in the other products. I don't know what the collection. Alright. Ooh, we got some of those player packs too. We'll open those as well. Open one of these and drum roll. Medal of the Wharf. Alright. Interesting. 35 play points. I like that. Open another one. Arbor Colossus. Not my favorite. We can get some better. Oh, come on. Ooh, hit a Blast Zone. I like hitting Blast Zone. That's a card that goes in a lot of decks. I got plenty. You know what? Let's open a few of these. Open one of these. We can get Tron lands out of these. And not a Tron land. Can we get Tron lands? Show me the Tron lands. Nope. Come on, guys. If you haven't liked the video, like the video for a Tron land. Reclamation Stage isn't bad, but it's not a Tron land. Come on. Oh, no. Did they pull the Tron lands out of these? Come on, Tron land. Show me the Tron land. Oh, no Tron land. All right, last two of these. Oh, one of these guys. All right, not the worst. And final one. Gotta work on my timing. Oh, well, extended art. All right, cool. Thank you for watching. Tectonic Edge here, signing out.